Welcome back to the After the Credits show. I'm Mike alongside
Metal D.
This is our What We Watched This Week video.
Yeah, so I've seen a few, not as many as what I'm used to, but you know, you gotta remember, it is summertime, so there is other things to do besides watching movies sometimes.
And I'm invested in watching Game of Thrones right now because I hadn't watched it at all, and
Nothing wrong with that.
it's eating up a little bit of time.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta invest in a good TV series and then watch movies when you get them in.
But no, we're not going to review them.
No.
Sorry.
You can put them in like a Q&A video and we might give you like a brief little, we like this, we don't like that.
Right.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
Alright, first up, I watched G.I.Joe Retaliation.
I have not seen this movie, and I don't really have the want to see it. But
I had no desire to watch this movie, but I went over to Tom's to watch Under the Dome, and he said, we're going to watch G.I. Joe first.
Oh, that's too bad. So you sat there for an hour and 45, 2 hours watching this dreck, I'm sure.
It actually wasn't that bad.
Okay. All right. So,
The Rock is really good in it. Bruce Willis is great in it. Channing Tatum's not in it very much, so...
good.
Good action movie. If you're a fan of G.I. Joe from way back, this is much better than the last movie they put out. And I actually, honestly, I kind of am looking forward to the next movie if it's as good as this one was.
Fine, I'll check it out.
What did you watch?
First one that I watched, Last Exorcism 2. Probably the dumbest title ever made for a movie. I can't figure.
Wouldn't the one before that be the last
It
Exorcism?
should have been, and there should have been no sequel made to this movie. Again, Hollywood, you're out of ideas. Get creative. I said this before, and I say it again. 20 years from now, if you keep remaking and making sequels to everything, you're not going to have anything to remake in 20 years, you know? So, get original, Hollywood. Come on! Last Exorcism 2 was a waste of time.
I'm waiting for the remake of Citizen Kane.
You would. Last Exorcism, waste of time. Don't know why I watched it. I guess I was bored.
I watched Rules of Attraction starring the Dawson.
I heard that was good.
It's really an art movie. Like, they love fast forward in that movie. They love rewinding in that movie. The story's told in a very weird way. There's a character that is very minor to the in the scenes, but plays a big role in the movie and a big impactful role. And anybody that's seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about when I say this. The ending kind of pisses you off.
Is this one of those movies that the director just wanted to kind of show off and say, oh, look what I can do?
It feels like it.
Okay.
Kind of like in the newer Star Wars movies where they made the guy under the sea spit.
Right.
Just because they wanted to show they could do it.
Yeah, I understand that. The next movie that I saw was a total complete waste of time as well. There might be some of you out there that agree or disagree with that. I'd like to hear your opinions, maybe. 21 and Over. Ugh, God, this is painful to watch. I
heard it was kind of just a rip-off of The Hangover.
It was a cross between The Hangover and maybe you could throw in Weekend at Bernie's in there. And, you know, it was made by the producers of The Hangover, so I guess I can understand why. But, oh my God, this is dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Nobody goes out like that. You know, it's just terrible. Terrible.
I watched Drive starring Ryan Gosling.
Interesting
movie.
Liked that movie a lot. I heard that they might even be making a sequel for that one. But, you know, who knows?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like that one too.
The trailer misleads you on this movie so bad.
Didn't somebody sue for that?
Yeah, they sued because they thought it was like a Fast and the Furious movie.
Yeah.
And then they got there and there's not a lot of stunt driving in that movie.
Yeah, that's like going up to McDonald's and asking for coffee and getting a hot cup of coffee and complaining about it. I don't understand the idea, you know?
Oh, it's too hot.
Oh.
It says hot.
It says hot, you know?
It's coffee.
Okay, so it's Drive, you know? That can mean anything. People may have the drive to succeed and be called Drive. Who knows?
Great movie. Definitely one that we should sit down and review.
I agree. I agree. The next one that I saw was a movie called The Way, Way Back, and I'm planning on reviewing this one. Okay. This was an absolute fantastic movie. I won't go into a lot about it here. I'll wait for the review, but it was an absolute fantastic movie. One of the best times I've had at the theater this year. This one's definitely climbing up there in my top 5, maybe even top 3 for the year so far.
The last one I saw was I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. I've seen it before.
I don't think I know that one.
You've never heard of Tucker Max? He has 3 books out now. It's basically stories of him being an asshole to people.
Wonderful. That sounds like...
The best scene in this movie is he makes fun of some fat girls at a bar, so they put eye drops in his beer.
Interesting.
So he needs to sprint across the front of a hotel lobby while he's shitting his pants.
Nice.
It's a good comedy movie. It's not like top tier comedy, but if you want something on a Friday night and you're hanging out with the guys or whatever, it's a good movie to sit down and laugh at.
All right, well, maybe I'll check that one out. The last one that I saw was Red 2. Yeah, mixed on this one. Very mixed. I think I'm going to review this one as well. I didn't find a lot to like about this one compared to the first one. But again, I won't go into it too deeply because I am going to do a review for you guys on there. Why? Because since 2013,
we've been reviewing movies.
For your pleasure.